Hey there everybody, and how are you guys doing today? This is Joe Marin here with MobileCupOfJoe, and in this video for you all today, I have got my first impressions of the Motorola Droid Turbo 2. The Motorola Droid Turbo 2 is one of the biggest flagships to hit Verizon this year, and is the biggest exclusive Verizon currently has in their lineup. The Droid Turbo 2 is a pretty awesome handset, and although this is not my full and final review of the smartphone, these are some thoughts I've gathered on it in the past week I've had with the device. But before we go any further into this video, I'm going to have to ask you one quick thing, and that is to please go ahead and grab that coffee cup, fill it up, bring it over, and sit on down. And take a swig from your mobile cup of Joe. So right off the bat with the Motorola Droid Turbo 2, I've got to talk about its durability. The big seller for the Droid Turbo 2 is Shatter Shield technology. Now if you missed what Shatter Shield was at the press event for the Motorola Droid Turbo 2, essentially with this phone there is an aluminum frame below the display technology, and then on top of the actual display there are multiple layers of plastic and screen protectors, which makes the phone screen shatterproof. And Motorola actually guarantees the shatterproofness for a number of years after you buy the phone. Now, in the past week that I've had the Droid Turbo 2, I didn't really get the chance to put Shatter Shield through its paces, but the technology there looks promising. It's an awesome system, especially for those of you who are a bit rugged on your phones. You've got a very, very durable handset here, but it really does not sacrifice anything with the design. The Motorola Droid Turbo 2 is the first Droid device that has gotten Moto Maker ability, which means that you can go on Motorola's website and essentially customize any part of this device. Whether that be the front color of the phone, the aluminum frame, or even the back material, you can really tweak the design of this phone to your heart's content. And with the model that I have here with the black front, the silver aluminum frame, and the black leather on the back, it looks striking, it looks classy. But with Shatter Shield, it's also extremely durable, so combine those two together and you really do have a winning build quality here with the Turbo 2. The only real two caveats I have with the actual build of the phone are that the power and volume buttons on the side of the phone aren't as clicky as I would have liked them to be, and the phone itself is just a bit on the heavy side. Granted, this is to be expected with the materials and the aluminum and what's going on with Shatter Shield, but it is just a little heavy in the hand and you start to feel it after holding it for a prolonged period of time, but it's really just nitpicking because overall I'm very happy with the design and overall build for the Turbo 2. As for the display on here, we're looking at a 2560 by 1440 Super AMOLED panel, which means that text is nice and crisp, colors are lush and vibrant and extremely colorful, and this is all on a 5.5 inch screen size, so you have a really high pixel density, and everything on the phone, between games, pictures, videos, really pops out at you and looks extremely stunning. As for your optics on the Droid Turbo 2, we are looking at a 21 megapixel rear-facing camera with a 5 megapixel selfie camera up front. Now as for the main camera, with the high megapixel count, details in the images are very crisp, colors are nice and accurate, but when compared to phones such as the Samsung Galaxy S6 and the LG G4, in my opinion the photos do fall a little bit short. This is a very suitable camera for Facebook, Twitter, whatever, and is going to be absolutely fine for most people, but if you are a photo nut and you want to get the best camera that you can possibly get on a smartphone, you're going to get a really good one here with the Turbo 2, but it's not going to be the best. Now along with Shatter Shield, the other biggest feature and the biggest selling point for the Turbo 2 is its battery life. The Turbo 2 has an absolutely monstrous battery in it, but with it only being a week of me having the phone, I can't really comment too much on the overall battery performance, and I know that's what most of you wanted to hear about, but I just can't go into too much detail because I really do need a couple more weeks to really see just what kind of battery performance we're looking at here with the phone, so be sure to circle back here within a couple weeks to get more details on that aspect of the device. As I mentioned earlier, the Motorola Droid Turbo 2 is running a very stock build of Android Lollipop, but you do have the Moto additions on here, such as being able to twist your phone twice to open up the camera application, being able to chop it twice to get the flashlight to work, being able to wave your hand over the screen to get notifications, talking to your phone while the screen is off to enable voice actions, And all in all, the way Motorola handles Android is probably my favorite out of any manufacturer out there, simply for the fact that they leave the overall design and user interface for Android completely stock, but the features they add are hidden nicely away in their respected applications and settings, and they actually add functionality to the operating system as a whole. So if you used any Nexus device or any Motorola device in the past, you'll be right at home here with the software on the Turbo 2. So guys, there you have it. Those are my first impressions of the Motorola Droid Turbo 2 on Verizon Wireless. If you have any additional questions of features I maybe didn't cover in this video, please let me know what those are down in the comments below, and I will try to get my full review of the phone uploaded on the channel as soon as I possibly can. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to hit us up on all the socials, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and check out the website at www.MobileCupOfJoe.com.